Don't forget that the Constitution is not a federal law. The Constitution is not a provincial law. The Constitution is not a little puny municipal bylaw. The Constitution is the supreme law of Canada.
That's right.
Nothing comes above the Constitution, and the Charter of Rights and Freedoms is a part of that Constitution. And your individual rights and freedoms are in that Charter of Rights and Freedoms. Section 2, freedom of expression, freedom of religion, freedom of conscience, freedom to associate, freedom to assemble, the right to move and travel anywhere in Canada or leave Canada, Section 6. I have a lawsuit out against the federal government because they won't let me travel across the country. They won't let me travel across my own land. And Section 7 says what? The right to life, liberty, and the security of the person. Security of the person means you don't put any jab on me unless I agree. And then Section 15, oh, the glorious Section 15. Every Canadian is equal under the law. That's the Canadian in Prince Rupert. That's the Canadian in Iqaluit. That's the Canadian in Niagara, and that's the Canadian in Bonavista. We're all equal Canadians under the law. And what is happening today is that our leaders have forgotten. They're looking at the Constitution if it was just another bylaw or another program or another policy. They can't distinguish between the glue that keeps the country together versus a law which they can change any day of the week. They can't see the difference between a constitution and an ordinary law. That's the problem they have. I'm going to have to bring them all back to school. They don't seem to understand that the Constitution enshrines the permanent values of a nation. They're not to be changed by the whim of this Parliament or that Legislative Assembly. They got it all wrong. I guess it's because they only changed the Constitution once since 1867, and that was in 1982. They don't seem to understand the difference. And when I explain it to people, that we're talking about something that's highly elevated, way above all of the other laws, they start to get it. They start to understand that we're talking about something completely different. That's why you're here today. That's where there's an unease in the country, because everybody knows there's something wrong. There's something rotten in the state of Denmark. There's something not right in this country when you have your rights and freedoms being dismissed with no science behind it, as Dr. Alexander will tell you, or Dr. Hodgson will tell you. They have no leg to stand on. Their policies today are all on a hill of sand, which is going to erode under their feet. So what is our challenge today, and what is our challenge tomorrow as Canadians who support this cause? Our challenge is this, is that we must sustain this protest. We must sustain the civil disobedience. Long after the mandates are gone, nothing has changed until we win in the courts and re-establish the Charter. It's all about the Charter. So I want you to repeat after me, the Charter. The Charter. The Charter. The Charter. The Charter. The Charter. And one more time, the Charter.